Hey everyone, welcome back to another Anime Kingdom manga review. See by the title below, yes, this is on chapter 220 and chapter 221 of Shokugeki no Soma. And yes, I know, I'm sorry that this is for 220 a whole week late and for 221 a couple days late. If you haven't been up to date with my Facebook and Twitter, I've been sick for all of last week and this week, and I still have a cough, so I may still sound a little sick and sometimes may start coughing up and stuff like that. I'll probably cut those off, but that's pretty much the reason why there will be cuts, if you're wondering, because normally I don't have any cuts in my videos, and maybe like one or two, or obviously for this one, if you saw my last double episode and double chapter review, I'm gonna do it where I read chapter 220, make that review, read chapter 221, make that review, and then put them together into one. So of course, obviously, when I do read chapter 220, I give you that review, I won't be spoiled, and maybe my mind changes on how I feel about something because I've seen something that happens in the next chapter. So now that we got all that explanation and all that stuff out of the way, let's get on to how I felt about episode 220 of Shokugeki no Soma, because honestly, I am so freaking hyped for these two chapters. This one in particular, considering the fact that what do we have? We already see who's going against who. We get to see what is the main ingredients for each one. We already saw that tea leaves, green tea is what is the matchup for Kuga and Tsukasa, and then the other side of the matchup is Migashima and of course Rindou. Their ingredient is chili peppers, and the other two ingredient is what was it? I actually forget. Not as important at the moment anyway. Doesn't really matter too much at the moment, since it seems that they are focusing, at least for this chapter, all about Migashima and Rindou. And as you know, and a lot of people as well, you can already see from a lot of people in the forums and stuff, I love Rindou. She is probably, like, I love Erina. I want her to be with Soma really badly. I definitely ship them. But Rindou, in my opinion, is the best girl, period. And in this chapter, we got to see, like, so much of Rindou. And we got to see her crazy personality. We got to see her sexy side. We got to see her cute side. Her kind of, cute, quirky, kind of clumsy side with her losing the dang alligator at one point. And then, of course, her badass side with her grabbing the alligator. And literally just with her knife skills, just, like, cuts it open, bleeds it out, and it's perfectly put in like an instant. Everyone was like, holy shit, what just happened? And that's how I felt as well. Like, if I watched that in person, I'd be like, how did she do that fast? How's that possible? And it just goes to show that it looks like, holy crap, Rindou, throughout, because it's pretty much focused all on her throughout most of this chapter, it seems like she's going to be the one that is going to win. Migashima, for the longest time, is like thinking about what he's going to make. But Rindou, from the start, already knows. She's got her damn alligator in her hand. Like, what the hell? A live damn alligator. And it was pretty cool to learn in this, because in this chapter, because we've been wondering for quite a while, what is Rindou's specialization, her specialty, because we already know that she's the second seat. And for a while, it seems that she is probably, like, I always kind of had a feeling, a lot of people as well, that she is better than Tsukasa, but she doesn't really, try that hard, and she rather go off and, eat other people's food and everything. And that's something that I love, the way they incorporated it with her specialty, in the fact that she always wants to try something new. She always wants to try someone's new dish or something like that, because she's always curious about that stuff. And because of her curiosity and because of her skills at cooking already, that she was already specialized with a lot of the rare ingredients in Japan, that when she became part of the Elite 10, she used that as a way to go around the world. It said like the North Pole, the Amazon, literally all like crazy places all around the world, and found these rare ingredients in those places and cook them into some crazy ass dishes. And it even said that she, like, with like some expeditions and stuff, have found like new types of species never before found. And then when they got the the okay to go ahead and cook them, kill them, she would kill them, make that into a new dish for her and her party, which no one has ever made before. So this is like a whole nother level. Sure, Tsukasa, we've seen, he's kind of like the more elegant, regal side and everything. You know, his dishes are like, that's what you think of when you think of fine dining, you know? But it's like a huge contrast when you look at his style of cooking, where it's like perfect and refined, and then you see Rindou, who's just like straight up savage. When she cut up that alligator, I was like, holy crap, man. She's not playing around, and you can see her facial expressions. She's got that, like, some of the pages, like, one moment she'll look scary, next moment she'll look sexy, next moment she'll look cute, and just like all around just kind of like she's not taking it as serious, yet she still is. It's just, honestly, like, this is getting to the point where I'm just talking about how much I love Rindou, honestly, because, but I mean, come on, most of this chapter really was about Rindou and her specialty and how she uses her elegance and richness to go exploring and tasting all the different types of food. She goes on her safari kind of stuff all around the world, and, you know, finds different types of food, and then she of course carves out and carves or something it said, and eats all these different types of food. She's literally just the rare ingredients master, just like they said. And honestly, it's pretty cool. Like, I was wondering what are they gonna do to make Rindou seem like just straight up awesome, because I already loved Rindou before, but I never knew like what made her the second seed. I always wanted to know what her specialty was, and finally we do know, and it's kind of a weird one, but it matches her completely. Rare ingredients. It seems like the perfect thing that she would always have a curiosity to try new and explosive new kind of things. And what better than rare ingredients that not anyone, like pretty much only a few people get to try these kind of things. And she's pretty much tried them all practically, even stuff that people haven't even tried before. So definitely excited to see how this is going to match up. Probably going to have some crazy ass shit that she's going to bring out. Sure, alligator is already kind of like a delicacy in some places. You don't have that everywhere for sure. But she's probably going to throw in something that no one has ever been like, they'll be like, what the hell? Why would she put that in? But of course, obviously, it's Rindou. She knows what she's doing. Do not be worried at all, because you know she's going to be using something crazy. And honestly, I cannot wait to see how that's going to be. And then, of course, obviously, like, I'm getting a little too hyped up over Rindou, but Megashima did have a crazy part as well. I've been wondering for quite a while, too, since the last time we saw him cooking. It didn't even show his cooking. We didn't even see what his, like, what he made or the process at all. So we still didn't know what his specialty was, and I've been wondering what would his specialty be. And finally, we do learn in this that he's a ramen master. So that's pretty cool, and that works with chili peppers. I can see like a hot kind of ramen dish kind of thing, you know, spicy ramen dish. So I'm definitely excited to see how he's going to match up. He's not scared at all. And I mean, in terms of all the matches, really, this is the third seed going against the second seed. This is probably the closest that we will have throughout this whole Shokugeki. So it should definitely be interesting to see who ends up winning. I'm still leaning towards Rindou, obviously, not just because I love her, but because it just seems that she is, in my opinion at least, on a whole nother level. I still think that the second and first seed is on another level than the rest of the Elite 10. And sure, Megashima may be really good, but I think in the end, unless Rindou does her normal, you know, she's going to, like, I don't know, do something stupid where she's just, you know, having fun, that's why, which is definitely not surprise me with Rindou. That I can't see her losing, honestly, unless she purposely kind of loses just because she's just trying to have fun, you know. Honestly, cannot see it, but yeah, that's all I really gotta say about this chapter. Definitely excited to see the next one, so let's get on to it. I'm gonna have a little cut here, and we'll get on to the 221 portion of the review. So in 3, 2, 1. And here we are at the chapter 221 portion of the review, and I gotta say, this chapter, okay, we get a lot more focus on Megashima on this one. We still get a lot of Rindou, which I absolutely loved in this one. I'll start talking about Rindou first, just because, come on, we all know you want to hear about Rindou. Well, at least I want to talk about her. But I gotta say, the amount of expressions that they have shown in these two chapters, her personality just shines throughout most of these, and I love the way that they're doing it. Like I said in the last one, it showed even more in this one. One moment, she looks like she's serious and scary. Next moment, she looks super sexy. And next moment, she looks cute. And then the next moment, she's just like, oh, like she's having fun. Like, oh, yay. And honestly, it's crazy to see how many different facial expressions she can have in just one damn chapter when she's cooking, you know. But obviously it was pretty hyped in this chapter, I have to admit, because I was wondering how Megashima was going to match up, and it looks like he's going to be doing something that completely isn't, you know, a completely new thing as well. When we, like I said, that is probably going to be Rindou doing something that no one's ever seen before, but that's because she's already, you know, seen it, she's tried it, and that's why she would throw in something that no one's ever used, some type of rare ingredient like that. But we have Megashima doing something like that, but instead creating a whole new kind of dish that's never been shown before in the world, which is African ramen. And everyone's like, is there ramen in Africa? And I'm wondering the same thing. I'm wondering, what the hell is he going to do to make it, you know, an African ramen? What is that going to... Why is he call it an African ramen? Because they don't really show it in this one. He's still already, his main one of the main things he's putting is char siu, which is definitely not African. So I'm definitely excited to see what he's gonna do to make it some crazy new shit that no one's ever seen. But I love the way that you know, obviously they know each other. They're the second and third seed. They've been Elite 10 for a while, and they know exactly how each of them is cooking and everything. And it's crazy to see Megashima. He's not backing down. He's going full frontal. He's not getting scared at all. And when you see that Rindou is just like throwing a shitload of the damn chili peppers, which you'd think like, okay, that may be a little too damn hot. Well, yep, that's why Megashima is doing the same thing. He is not, if she's going to use like full force, he's going to use it as well. And he's just using all of the damn freaking chili peppers. He had like a damn whole basket of them. I was like, no, I'm pretty sure that's gonna burn the mouths of anyone who eats it. But who the hell knows? They're gonna do something that makes it that's still super hot and spicy, but it probably like, oh, it's actually not that bad. It actually cools down because of this other ingredient or something, but you still get that spice. It's probably going to be something like that with the ramen he's making, and then whatever Rindou is making, I still have no clue. But it was pretty cool to see all that kind of stuff happen. It's cool also to see that it looks like the next couple chapters, maybe only the next chapter, not fully too sure, is going to be more on why Megashima joined up in the first place, because it was kind of confusing. You didn't really think that he would join, and it looked like the rest of the Elite 10 were kind of surprised as well, the, you know, foundation members and stuff. But turns out that it always had something to do with Soma. We always saw that when someone said something, he looked at Soma, and in this one it's pretty much the same, and it's because of kind of like Soma did something that changed his mind. And that's what's going to be in the next chapter. As we saw at the very ending, he calls on Megashima. Megashima literally just says flat out no. So someone has to do something crazy that it ends up wanting him to go and cook with them as well. I don't know what it is, but it should be pretty interesting to see, because like I said, we barely get to see much about Megashima. We didn't get to see him cooking at all in the last one, so it's interesting to see now that we are seeing him cooking, now that we are seeing more of him. We're going to even learn a little bit more with his interactions with Soma, which should be pretty interesting and probably hype up what's going to happen in the next chapter, the chapter after that as well. Will Rindou win? Will Megashima be able to overcome her? Not too sure. More on the, you know, I'm still more on the side of Rindou. I just think that it's going to be like Rindou probably is going to win. Sorry, Kuga, but I cannot see Kuga winning against Tsukasa. That one, that's not even a question in my mind, honestly. And then the other battle, I'm thinking that's just a one battle that Subaru is going to win. I think they're going to have, the Rebels have one up still yet, because I can't see them going head to head just tied. I think the Rebels have to have like a little bit up, because I still am confused on who is going to be able to match up against Tsukasa. I don't think there's a single person there that can. I thought maybe it would be Soma. Someone was like, I don't think he's at that level yet either. And I completely agree. But when it comes to these kind of things, like when you think about it, who would be the best qualified? Who would probably rise up to the occasion? And it'd probably be our main character, Soma. So who knows? I'm not exactly sure. They may throw something even crazier, a twist that someone else, like maybe Ishiki ends up winning against somehow, because when he really is serious, he is serious, you know. So I'm not too sure, but definitely enjoyed this chapter. Last chapter was awesome. This chapter was awesome. It just, these chapters both hyped up this battle a lot, actually. And I'm really excited to see how these dishes end up, you know, like how they end up going, because honestly, Rindou's is definitely got me interested, and I can't wait to see how Megashima is literally, how is he going to match up against her and her rare ingredients, you know. But as always, it's not about like the best, most expensive kind of rare ingredients you can find, as Soma has continuously, taught us. It's about the cookie in the end, and we'll have to wait and see. Will Megashima be able to overcome her, or will Rindou show why she literally is the second seat of the Elite 10? But yeah, that's all I really gotta say, guys. Definitely excited to see how the next chapter will go, considering, like I said, we'll learn more about Megashima and learn why he ended up deciding to join the rebel side. And then, of course, hopefully we will get to see more of Rindou, because I'm absolutely loving being able to see all of this Rindou so far in these chapters. But yeah, that's all I gotta say, guys. Hope you enjoyed this Anime Kingdom manga review. If you have any questions, feel free to comment below. If there's anything I missed and you want to talk about, comment below as well. And if you have any questions, feel free to comment. I already said that. If you did enjoy, don't forget to like. If you haven't already, feel free to subscribe for more content. And as always, guys, I want to hear your guys' thoughts. How do you feel about these two chapters? Good, bad, whatever you guys want to talk about, feel free to comment below. Whatever you're hyped up for the next chapter, feel free to comment below. I always love to hear your guys' thoughts, how you guys feel about everything. So yeah, that's all I gotta say, guys. Until next time, see ya.